Labour Brexit rebellion, Starmer warned his free movement policy change will not end well. Sir Keir Starmer is facing growing anger among Labour MPs at his handling of Brexit, with another backbencher lashing out at the party leader warning policy by diktat rarely ends well. Clive Lewis, a former member of the party's top team under Jeremy Corbyn, has vocally criticised Sir Keir after he dropped Labour's pledge to bring back freedom of movement with the EU if he won a general election. Appearing on the BBC's Andrew Marr show yesterday, the party leader said Labour would have to make the current Brexit trade deal work if in power. Asked if he would attempt to renegotiate aspects of the treaty to include freedom of movement, he said, "I don't think there's an argument for reopening those aspects of the treaty." Labour members voted in favour of adopting a policy vowing to keep freedom of movement at its 2019 party conference. In the Labour leadership contest, Sir Keir also promised to defend free movement. The U-turn yesterday provoked anger from Mr. Lewis, who warned the Labour leader, top-down, policy by diktat rarely ends well. Lashing out at the apparent overturn of the party position on free movement agreed by Labour members, the Norwich South MP criticised Sir Keir for making a unilateral decision without consulting the membership. He said, "What I think he actually meant to say was, respecting party democracy, he would seek to overturn the Labour policy of free movement at our next annual conference." The MP went on to suggest Labour's new policy was akin to the pledges made by English nationalists. His outspoken remarks come after the party's Rosie Duffield last week said Labour MPs were desperate to rejoin the EU. Criticising Sir Keir's decision to tell MPs to vote in favour of Boris Johnson's EU trade deal, she said Labour frontbenchers followed the leadership's orders with a very heavy heart. The Canterbury MP said pressure would be placed on Sir Keir to try and force him to change his position, saying, "We will try and shift the leadership, as and when it needs to shift towards rejoining, I would imagine."